Alright, launching. Okay, that is in stabilization mode right now. Alright, let's see if we can bring it in and set it down. Whoa, look at that dust kick up. They came through here and graded this road, which made it a lot smoother, but it put a lot of sand up on top of the road. I have my Eachine F16 50mm EDF Jet Kit that I converted into a pusher motor and prompt. I had it out last week one day and got some flights on it. I did get some tuning completed on it. I still have a little bit of tuning to do, but it handles much better than it did. So I thought we'd put another flight on it. I've got it in gyro mode right now. I've got a Byme-A gyro in it. Alright, so let's launch. Alright, so I just switched it into wind mitigation mode, because the turn radius without a rudder and full stabilization mode is just really, really wide. I'm flying it with a Nano-Tech 4S, 1300 mAh, 70 C Lipo. You can see what kind of vertical it has on it. It was way, way up there. But it is handling so much better than it was, guys. It was a handful last time I had it out here. I still need better markings for better visibility. It's still kind of hard to see when you get, when you're that high. Much better flight demonstration though, I think. Rolls seem to be nice, tight axial. More predictable now, so I can fly at a little lower altitude than I was. I almost have it there. almost. That's pretty well behaved, considering where I started with it. Okay, about the end of my timer. I just put it back into stabilization mode. Let's make a circuit real quick. It's going to be a wide one. Make sure we don't have anything coming from the opposite direction. Alright, I look good over there. Let's come back around and see if we can land it. There we go. Now, if I knew I would be able to land it, I got my timer set for 4.5 minutes. If I knew I'd be able to land it precisely when I needed to, I'd be setting my timer for about 5.5 minutes on this jet. A lot of sand on the road now. They graded it, so it stops pretty abruptly once you get it on the ground. But it's handling pretty darn well. I almost have this right where I want it. I think a couple more flight sessions and I will have it nice and tuned. I'll turn off the gyro here. I'll have it nice and tuned. But as you can see, it has tons more power than the EDF version. I think that you can pull tighter maneuvers with it because of the, more thrust that you have with the pusher motor and prop as opposed to the EDF version. You have instantaneous power instead of having to wait on the EDF to spool up. Now, don't get me wrong, I love flying my EDF jets, but this was an experiment. I wanted to see that if I converted an EDF airframe to a pusher motor and prop, I knew it was going to have much better performance than an EDF, and it's much more efficient than an EDF. So you get more power and you get more flight time at the same time with just a little 4S 1300 milliamp hour Lipo. I was in the throttle the whole time. I wasn't just cruising around with it. And every time that I've landed so far, I have about 3.75 to 3.78 volts per cell. So like I said, if I knew I could land precisely when I needed to, I'd be setting my timer for 5.5 minutes instead of 4.5 minutes. And still have about 3.6 volts per cell remaining. So given the amount of power and how much I'm in the throttle when I fly it, I think with a 4S 1300 milliamp hour 70C Lipo, I think that's pretty decent amount of flight time. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.